So, Mason, now you need to pop up and go stand over there.
Are you serious right now? I just got comfortable.
Well, welcome to Wack and Trash, the movie recap podcast.
Are we not even going to do the music anymore?
I just played. Welcome to Wack and Trash Recap, the movie recap podcast. I'm your host, Zach Olson.
And I'm your other host, Stephen Mitchell.
And this is our other host,
Mason Bunch.
He will be joining us today to recap some movies for you guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
One movie.
Mason, why don't you give the audience a little fill in on who you are?
I'm Mason. These are my friends. Stephen and Zach. They're pretty cool guys.
He's also a rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I work at Walmart.
Spit us a line real fast.
No.
This is free publicity for you. I don't know why you're not jumping on this. A whole 18 people will see this.
Like I said, I'm too.
A whole 14 people will see this.
That's not what 18 minus.
Anyway, we're not here for math. Well, Stephen, today, why don't you tell them what movie we're recapping?
We're recapping the movie that I'd never seen before, which was
Neither of us
much
had.
to Mason's chagrin, which is Happy Gilmore. And I'll be honest, when it started off with hockey, I was shocked.
Yeah, I was like, this is a golf movie.
This is a golf
isn't
movie.
it?
What's hockey doing? You know?
And then it ended up being the greatest movie you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had it spoiled. It starts off with hockey.
Yes.
Well, really, it starts with home video footage, and it's Adam Sandler narrating, and he's like, "Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to do one thing."
Play hockey.
Yep.
You have a really good memory of this.
Well, I have my notes right down here, so.
Okay, cool.
You're also supposed to be like an expert at this film.
He's cheating. Oh, no, y'all are doing great so far.
Well, and then at the end of this little, I love hockey kind of a thing, he's like, and then my dad, he came and watched, and then he got killed at a hockey game.
Yeah, Puck just
It was shocking.
decapitates him. I mean, that's the implication.
I think he took it right to the chin. Just right through his eye, probably.
Right through his eye. Wow.
That's
That's a rough way to go.
Yeah.
But at least he was doing something he loved.
Yeah,
He was
watching
supporting
hockey
his
with his
son.
son.
Yeah, that was very good.
And so Happy Gilmore, he says, I'm not gonna give up, and he keeps on trying to be a hockey person.
After his dad dies, he moves in with his grandma.
He does do that. That's important information.
And he also develops anger issues.
Very violent anger issues.
Yeah.
He's like on the playground and he's like beating up this kid, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm very sorry about it, though."
Yeah. Apparently he gets angry quickly, but he also forgives quickly.
Yeah.
That's what he says. The rest of the movie tells you that is not true.
Not
But-
remotely.
Bob Barker.
Hey, no spoilers. Come on.
And so he's working a bunch of different day jobs. He was pretty good with a nail gun, you find out.
Hold on, real quick.
Oh.
He moved in with his grandmother.
We talked about you just said that like 2 minutes ago.
Right.
Hold
But
on. Let Mason lead us. He
there's
will be our
levels to
guru.
this you're forgetting. He moves in with his grandmother, who supports him a lot during his adventures trying to become a hockey player. That was important. All right, now you can continue. No,
So just like a normal grandmother being supportive.
well, in a way, she was like, remember she wore the kiss mask when she opened the door.
Yeah.
My grandmother would never do that.
Yeah, my grandmother wouldn't either.
Lame grandmother.
Happy Gilmore grows up, still loving hockey, doing some side jobs here and there, doing like construction, doing other, I don't remember what other things. Anyway, he gets into construction, and then he's like, he's trying out for hockey, and then he tries out for this one team, and he gets super mad, and he does this. Okay, so he does this like slap shot, which is like his signature thing.
When he's a construction worker, is good with a nail gun and is shooting like beer cans, and then
that's right,
he
yeah.
shoots his foreman
Right in
in
the
the head
yeah.
with a nail,
And
and
then
so
he
he
beats
gets
him up.
fired.
Clearly, yeah.
Then now we're at the hockey audition.
Okay,
And
so-
he does the slap shot, and boy, is it incredible. Shatters everything.
It's like a
impressive.
bullet, basically.
Yeah.
And so he hits it, but he doesn't make the goal, so he loses his temper. He like throws a stick or something, and then he like starts punting a guy or something like that. And so then the coach is calling off the team, the people who made the team. He's like, "Oh, this person, and this person. If you didn't make it, so sorry. Try again next year."
Coach, you didn't call my name.
What's your name?
Gilmore.
Oh,
The name's Gilmore. Happy Gilmore.
I'm sorry, I don't see it on the list. So try again next year.
And he flips out.
I'm loving this live. This is awesome.
You can
He's so
you can,
angry.
A lot of chemistry.
You can
Yeah.
interject every now and then if you want.
Oh no, I mean I'm enjoying the show. I could take it for a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then Happy Gilmore goes and beats up the coach. And then it kind of went to him going home after that.
Yeah.
His girlfriend was like walking out of the house and he was like, "Oh, you don't gotta leave, baby." And she was like, "You're a loser."
That's a rough day right there.
It is a rough day.
He doesn't
And
get
he's
his
like,
hockey
I bought
tryout.
Subway for us. And it's like, Subway's not going to win your girl back.
And then
You
she's
got to
like
step it up to Jersey Mike if you want to do that, you know?
she's like riding the elevator down, and he's
Blast.
like, "Baby, come back, baby, come back." So then he runs into the room and gets on the intercom, and then he's just like going between rage and pleading for her to stay.
He's like,
baby,
fine then, leave.
Baby, I
I'm
was
sorry,
just
babe.
kidding.
I didn't mean that. I love you. Please. Mwah, 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 mwah. Give me all your kisses. Mwah, mwah,
And then
mwah,
there's
mwah.
like some
all
Asian grandma
over.
outside listening.
And over it again till the night closes.
And this old lady is listening to it.
And she's
then-
falling in love.
And so then she comes up to his door. And he's like, oh. And so then he wakes up the next morning. Happy, gets up.
He's like late for something, right?
Where's he going?
He was going to go see his grandmother. His grandmother called him.
Oh, yeah. And then you see the old lady is like, I made breakfast. And he leaves. And they're like, oh.
Suggestive.
And so then he goes to his grandmother's house. And there's a bunch of random guys there.
And there are
he's
like a bunch of moving vans and
he's
stuff.
just, what's up with this? What are you guys doing?
Your mother owes $270,000 to the IRS.
Grandma, how did this happen?
I haven't paid taxes in 10 years.
Which, like, how did they not catch that sooner?
And then the guy looked at him like, you hate me, don't you? He's like, no. Throws him out the window.
The dude who is repossessing the house says if you can come up with $270,000, you can keep the house
In 90 days.
in 90 days.
90 days, yeah.
Everybody's bummed out.
Yeah.
They ain't having a good time.
Happy is kind of stuck for, what to do with his grandmother. So he's like, all right, I have to put you in a home while I try and figure out a way to get the home back. And so he takes her to this nursing home. And here's a little feature, if you will, from Ben Stiller. Two Ben Stiller movies in a row, if we post them in this sequential order. He puts grandma in the nursing home, and she's like, oh, yeah, this will be fine. And he's like, now listen, man, you take extra special care of this lady because
Put some money in his
she's
pocket.
good. She's really special.
And he
okay?
declined the money. He said, oh, I'm going to treat her just fine. You better. And he just starts yelling at her.
Oh,
He's
it was
like, I
"Can
ain't doing none of the
She
cat.
said, "Can I trouble you for a warm glass of milk? You can trouble me for a warm glass of shut the up." Now you're gonna go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep.
Needless to say, it's not a very nice place.
No.
I put down in my notes it's like the concentration camp for old people.
Ben Stiller had the stash to support it. So
No.
Oh, okay.
Happy goes back to his house that's being repossessed. The movie are still moving stuff out. And they're about to throw out a bunch of grandpa's old golf clubs. But the one of the movers puts it on the grass, hits it. It's whatever.
And he's like, guys, can we hurry this up? I just want to see my game. I want to go home and watch my video. It's like a football game or a hockey game on. That's right.
Yep. And then
they're like, let's make a bet, huh? If you can hit this further than my golf ball, then we'll hurry up and get you all moved out so you can go watch your stupid hockey game. He's like, fine, whatever.
So Happy Gilmore does something I guess no other golfer in history ever thought of: a running start. Runs up to the ball and smacks it, and it goes. Phew. Doing it's this old. Oh yeah, I broke the glass for a session.
shatters the glass of a house 400 yards away. They're like, oh, that was 400 yards. That was pretty good.
I bet you can't. $20 says you can't do it again.
Double it or nothing. And so,
It's the guy who's like out on the French porch.
what are you doing? And they're like, you can't do it 3 times. And so third time, hits a lady in the window. She falls out of the window, right onto the ground. And then they go inside, but he gets all this money. And they're like, man, this kid's got quite the swing. And so next day,
he decides to go to a driving range and start betting people that he can hit 400 yards. So we cut to the scene of him like smacking it and going, all right, who thinks I can hit it over the highway? And then somebody starts telling him, hey, you're pretty good. You should join the Waterbury Open tomorrow. And he goes, oh, yeah.
He's like, I'm a hockey player. I don't play golf. Golf is for sissies.
It's stupid. Well, so there's this like golf coach that's at the driving range while he's there, right? And so he sees him hitting these 400-yard balls, right? And he's like, dude, this guy could be something.
Pretty good.
Which, technically, one hard, long drive does not a good golfer one make, or whatever, however you'd say that. But basically, he's like, there's potential here. And so he goes up and he's like, yo, I'm this legendary golf dude. And he's like, yeah, I don't care.
And he goes, oh, really? Because I was a pretty big deal. I lost my hand to a gator. Otherwise, I would have been amazing.
But I took his eye, though.
And he's got this wooden hand.
It's like bent out of shape already.
And you could tell that I think it's Carl Weathers, right? He's clearly just holding the hand under his sleeve.
They call him Chubbs.
Chubbs, that's right.
And so he's like, I'm a big deal, son. And you know what? I'm willing to coach you for free.
While he came up telling him that, while Adam Sandler was inside of a batting cage, saying, I gotta warm up for the next year's hockey season, and he's getting pelted in the chest with baseballs.
And he's enduring the pain.
Afterwards, he leaves, and then the little kid who's standing outside waiting his turn, he goes in and he tries it, and he knocks him out.
So Chubb starts following him, and he's like, come on, kid, you got to play. You'd be really good. And Adam Sandler, let's just say his name, Happy Gilmore, like pulls a can out of the trash can with the hockey stick and like goes to hit it and hits Chubbs his hand off into the highway. And he's like, it'll be fine. It's durable. And then the 18-wheeler runs it over.
And then the hand is shattered, and he's like, you're going to regret this. All right? You could make the big monies, kid. Did you say, what kind of big money are we talking? And so he decides to show up to the Waterbury finals.
Waterbury
Open.
Yep.
Open. Finals. Open finals.
And here you meet a man whose name is escaping me.
Shooter
McGavin. And obviously he's a douchebag, right, from the name.
What? How?
Yeah, but the name like Shooter McGavin, his parents were setting him up for failure.
One can assume that he got the name after he started golf, but I don't know.
No, I think he was born that way. I bet his dad was like, honey, that'll be a sick name. Shooter.
She's like, how do you know he's going to get bullied for that? No, he's going to go far.
And he does go pretty far. He is a premier golfer who everybody thinks he's going to sweep. He's been sweeping all these other Opens. He's going to sweep this one.
Well, he doesn't play in the first
Oh,
Open.
he doesn't.
He's hosting the first Open, and the winner of that gets to join the Pro League. Yeah. So this is we want Adam Sandler. We want Happy Gilmore to win. I'm going to get it. We want Happy Gilmore to win.
Right. The head of PR for golf, I guess.
What I have in my notes is he sees a girly.
But that seems kind of reducing of a character, don't you think?
No.
That's all she is?
It's the love interest, if you will.
I'm trying to remember her name, but like every Adam
I don't
Sandler
have her
90s,
name until way later. I don't know why.
Veronica Vaughn. Every Adam Sandler movie in the 90s had a girl. The love interest was double V's. Vicky Valancourt, Veronica Vaughn, and there was another Veronica Vaughn, I think, is this one.
Veronica Vaughn?
Veronica Vaughn.
But that's what we're going to go with for now. Veronica Vaughn is there. She's a pretty lady. Oh. And Happy Gilmore is, well, I don't think she paid much attention to her at the beginning. But he goes, and he's ready to take his first swing. And he misses. And he also does his running start, and everybody's just like, this guy sucks.
He doesn't know how to play golf. Which, to be fair, okay, he goes up there, and it like the pro guy said he was going to coach him, right? It looks like he didn't do anything because he like stands in the way of the golf ball, and then like the caddy or whatever, he's like, sir, you will be swinging second. He's like, okay. And then he's like,
Just
"You
stands
need to move." And he's like, "Okay." So I'm like, seems like the guy told him nothing going into this day.
Oh yeah.
I
no.
would have been at least like, "Here's kind of how the whole thing works."
Yeah,
you know?
here's how you're supposed to clap.
Yeah,
the
prep
basics.
him a little
Things you
bit.
got to do, like who
Yeah.
his caddy is, which he didn't tell him, and then when the guy comes up and takes his golf clubs, he throws them on the ground. What are you taking my golf clubs for?
Yeah.
I also want to mention that the golf clubs, instead of having like the golf case, for the ends of them, they're covered in like dirty socks or whatever.
Yep.
So he's very professional,
Very
is what we're getting at.
But so he misses the first one, flips out a little bit, and everybody's kind of like, this guy's fun. And then he hits it, and it's just. They do the shot every 5 minutes where it's the ball, it's like the camera following the ball. Like, it's kind of like that awkward shot in Superman where they go really close to his face in a new one.
I haven't seen the new one.
Okay, well.
They use that over and over again, but at least you get the feel for what it like a POV of a golf ball would be.
Yeah,
always wanted to know
I've
what a
always
golf ball
wondered,
feels
what would it be like to be hit at a long drive? And now I know.
Now we know.
The long drive, because his first hit, when he actually made contact with the ball, he hit it to the green. So he was like, "This is awesome."
Yep. But then he gets over to the green, and this is where we learn his putting game is atrocious.
Absolutely.
He only knows how to hit it hard and long.
Yep. With relative accuracy, too.
Yeah, I mean, because
Surprising long
like,
drive, but,
because
like-
he gets it like on the green on the first one.
Yeah.
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 And later, I think he got the hole in one, right?
That's the next thing that
Yeah.
happens. Yeah.
So he tries to get in. I mean, he just messes this putting up.
There's
a
like
lot.
at least 5 strokes just trying to putt.
Yeah.
The whole crowd go,
And then he gets a hole in one, and that like blows him up. Everybody's like, "Oh my gosh!"
He turned
Who's
to
this
Chubbs
guy?
and he was like, "I just do that every time." He was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, please, yeah, that'd be great."
And so we get through the opens,
Yeah,
and he wins.
Yeah, he's
Woohoo.
on to the pros.
Yep.
comes in first.
And Shooter is not thrilled about this
No.
because he's a disgrace to the game. And it's
Because
like,
I mean, he's a bit of a wild person, anger issues and all whatnot.
yeah, he's wearing like a hockey jersey the whole time, which is not golf attire.
No, and like really baggy sweatpants too.
Yep.
Everybody else is in like these like tight button-up shirts.
Yeah,
But
and
then-
the stupid white pants.
And then afterwards, they have that little like feast where Chubbs, he got himself a little plate with like it was piled with fruits. And I remember it was so funny to me. But they were like talking. He got a little trophy, and he was like, "I'm gonna take this little goofy golf guy off and put a hockey guy."
Yeah. And Travis, by the way, had repaired his hand with hot glue, and it looks terrible. You can see all the cracks.
He's still missing like his ring finger and his pinky or something like that.
You got to work on your putting game, son.
Let me train you for a couple months,
And he's like, no, I don't have time
not
because I got to
happening.
get, you need his
Gotta
house
go to
feed today.
Grandma's back.
So
Gotta-
he is, he's going straight into the toy. And so he showed up to this big fancy place.
This is where him and Shooter first like talk.
Okay.
Because the Shooter's over there talking to the guys that are wearing gold jackets, so the guys that have won the tour before. And Shooter's like,
Right.
"I'm gonna be right up there with you guys one day." And then Happy's like comes up and he's like, "Where can I get one of them goofy jackets?"
And they're like, you have to win. He goes, where's yours, huh?
Shooter's
And
like,
Shooter is not thrilled about that.
he's like, "Don't worry, it'll be here in a couple months."
Yeah. And then he's like, hey, we got a little initiation, 9 p.m. on the 9th hole. All right, be there.
Be there.
And so Happy goes over to the hole.
And he's like, and make sure you dress up too. This is
Yeah.
very formal.
or something.
Yeah,
like
so
that.
he's dressed up as nice as Happy can get. And
Which is like a powder blue tux, which is nice. Like
With
it's
khakis.
I like it.
Yeah, it's
I
great.
would wear it for like a summertime wedding
yeah,
kind of vibe.
not a
Anyway.
fall wedding, Dutch.
No, too light.
Fair enough.
Yep.
So then,
It's too hot in the summer to get married. I don't know who's getting married in the summer.
So he shows up at 9:00 and there's nobody there, and he's just like, "What is that? What? That was Steven's
me doing a
impersonation.
sprinkler impression.
Yes. So
and he's all wet and he's not thrilled.
And so he's like, this is great. This is just great. So he starts walking back to the lounge, and then he meets
Veronica Vaughn.
Veronica Vaughn, yeah.
Who's like, the old ninth green and nine trick, and he's like, where? Do you not happen to know where Shooter would be at? And she's like, why? She's like, I'm gonna kick his. She's like, well, you can't do that because I'm the HR person, and it would give me a lot of paperwork. And then he asked her out, and she said yes.
No, she said,
No,
I
she
don't
said-
date
No,
No, she
golfers.
said I don't
get-
date
yeah,
golfers.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. And he goes, that's
I'm
too
not a
bad.
golfie. I'm a hockey player. And she's like, haha. And she
Very funny.
leaves. And
Yeah.
they're like, ooh, something is in the air.
Aliens. Oh, snap.
Day 2, the tournament's about to start. I think Happy was about to beat up Shooter, but then decides he's going to take it out on the green.
Yeah, something like
Yep.
that. Yeah.
And so he goes
But-
out there, and he also needs to register a caddy, and he didn't bring one with him.
Oh yeah.
But there was a homeless guy that was trying to like wash windows and get money for it, and so he get that
Which-
guy. I
Why,
don't think
why
we ever
couldn't
get
he
his
do
name.
that?
Huh?
Why couldn't he do that?
It's a rich white people playing golf.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but let a man make some money.
We got to keep the wage gap big. That's come on.
You gotta keep it separated.
Thank you, corporate
You don't
America.
want to intermingle with the lessers.
Happy does go up and takes his shot.
He smacks it.
Yep. And there's this one dude who's like a really positive vibes kind of guy. Who's
Oh,
there.
yeah.
and
I
he's
put
like,
him down. Okay. No discrimination. I put him down as weirdo guy. So girly and the weirdo
See,
guy.
Happy, the ball has its own energy. And what you want to do is you want to connect to it. It's like a circle. You guys are moving at once. Everybody's feeling the groove.
He's like, okay.
Happy.
Whacks it.
It's
You
like,
know?
or you could do that.
And so you get kind of get into a montage basically,
Yeah.
right?
The first game that they played was they were just a money thing because he was asking in the beginning. He asked, "What does
Oh,
first
right.
place make? What does last place make?" He goes, "Either way, I'm gonna walk out of here with some money."
Yeah, like
So-
last place made like $2,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes me want to get into golf.
All I have to do is get last place and get $2,000.
Please.
Okay.
For normal people, it would be really hard to get there. Guys don't have the long drive like Happy.
Not that you know.
You've never seen me
I
golf.
would absolutely love to see you hit a long drive.
I'm terrible at golf, by the way. So anyway, during this montage, we see that Happy is like he's good, and then he misses the ball, and then he gets angry, and he starts like throwing clubs, pushing people, or whatever, or maybe he doesn't make physical contact. But anyway, his rage is like starting to affect the
they
game
do.
a little bit. And so at the
But-
end of the day, the CEO is like, "Hey, you got to clean up your act, man, or you're gonna get kicked off the tour."
But it is increasing views. That's the thing. People are enjoying watching him.
Because
kind of a
he's
star.
so
Because Shooter is
different.
like, get him out of here.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, he is getting the rankings up. You also have I think it's during this one where you have the guy who is like, now send that ball home, Happy.
Yeah.
And then he's in the putting
see
and the
him-
green. He's like, send the ball home.
His bags are
That's
packed.
the hole is his home.
The bags are packed. He's ready. You just got to put him on the airplane. Send him home. Then he goes up and he puts the ball and it barely doesn't go in. And he's like, "Are you too good for your home? Answer me."
And the people love it. They love it. And
so
so
good.
he is not removed from
But they
the
wanted
Golf
to. But
Association.
Veronica stood up for him against the
That's
CEO
right,
yeah.
guy that wanted to fire him. And she was like, "He's getting good views. He's
Yep.
like he's raising our ratings."
And so he says he can't fight anybody
Oh,
or
that's-
something. Like he can't cross the line. If he does, it's your butt that's on the line. And she's like, got it. And so she goes and talks with Happy and it's like, hey, can you do me a favor and maybe not punch somebody?
and he's like, "I will if you go on a date with me."
She says yes, but as friends.
Yeah, which
Which
is like,
means what? That
You know-
means it's not a date.
you know,
it's
the
not a
date
date.
as friends. It's a classic.
That's
And
what we're
so
doing
they-
right now. This is a friend date.
That's right. Yeah.
Wait, no.
Not like theirs.
Yeah. I mean, we might kiss at the end of this.
So he gets to the ice rink, right? Because this is what he loves. This is what he does. And so they get to the ice rink, and he's like, "Do you know how to skate?" She's like, "Oh no!" And so she holds his arm, obviously, as friends do. And then there's this guy who was like driving a Zamboni, and he's singing some ambient background
Well,
music while
so-
this whole thing's going on.
So we walked in and the Zamboni guy was going on. He was like, "Hey, can you give us a couple minutes?" Happy said, and he was like, "For Happy Gilmore, anything." And he leaves. So they're both skating, and then she looks back at him and goes, "Are you sure you were a hockey player?" 'Cause he's like fumbling around trying to skate. So they start holding on to each other and they're skating around, and they're talking and blah blah blah. And then he's like, "You see that goal over there? If you can make this shot from here, you got to give me a big old kiss. But if you miss, or
No,
It's- it's
if
the
you
other way
miss
around,
it,
yeah.
you have to give me a kiss. If you make it, I'll never talk to you again.
That's what it was.
I'll leave you alone. And then she hits it and she scores, and he's like, "Man, that really backfired." And then
She's like,
she goes,
"I didn't
"Blam,"
see
kisses him.
anything."
Uh-huh.
oh yeah, I didn't see it go in. And then it zooms out to the Zamboni guys singing "Sweet Love." So funny.
My sweet love. It's very sweet. It's a very heart touching
Yeah.
moment. What's next? All I have is that he goes on a winning streak and he finds Chubb's hand.
Yeah,
Oh.
so you get a montage of him going through, and he's just playing a bunch of games, and he's winning money.
It's
but
like
he's
it's like
getting
$4,000 checks.
and he's getting like
They start
fourth and
going
fifth
up. He
place.
starts getting more.
He
and
does
more
start
as they
getting
go.
more, but one thing I want to note is that he talks to like one of the Czech people at the end of the first like pro tour competition, and Shooter gets this like the big paper checks and this like $20,000 to you or whatever, and he's like,
$200,000.
well, where's my check? And he's like, well, we'll mail it, ship it to you in a couple days, and he's like, well, I want it now. And he was like, well, I don't have a check for you now. He's like, I want that
Just give me
kind
one
of a
of the
big
big
check.
ones.
And so from here on out, they especially make Happy Gilmore his own big
Big
special check for like $4,000, $2,000 or
Yeah,
whatever.
Happy is being a man of the people,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Yes.
is opening golf up to the working class.
Exactly.
And so all of these
Shooter
other
hates it. Shooter
Yeah.
is doing absolutely everything he can to try to make Happy Gilmore look bad because he hates it, dude. He's always talking about like the awful things he sees. At one point when he's trying to hit the ball, a beach ball comes and lands right in front of him, and he like smacks it. This is golf.
this is not a concert. and then you see the foreman that Happy shot at the beginning. He's like,
With a nail sticking out his
and
head.
he's like 7 feet tall, and he's like, hey, Happy, good job.
And he's like, dude, you still have the nail. And he's like, it's coming out on Friday. Which arguably it should have come out sooner, but I don't know what
I
the
don't think
timeline
did
is.
it ever come out?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There was at one point during one of these matches where he had hit the ball past the green and it went into an alligator's mouth. And he gets close to the alligator and he's like looking at it, and he's like trying to get his ball, and the alligator snapping at him. And he sees that it doesn't have an eye, and he's like, "You're the one that took Chubbs' hand." And then he tackles the alligator into the water and starts beating the alligator up. And then
He's like punching it.
Yeah, and so eventually he gets his ball back, and the alligator is just floating there dead. And then I also want to cut back into the nursing home. It's forced labor. You find Ben Stiller, and he's like, yeah, we can do 200 more orders of quilts. Okay, keep
Listen
going.
up. And there's one lady.
Arts and crafts time is extended by 4 hours today.
And there's one lady, she's like, I'm tired of arts and crafts. She's like, oh, are you? Are you? Did you just get promoted to yard work? Yes, you did. Now, does anybody else complaining of their arts and crafts? That's what I thought.
And then that's when Happy walks in, and he's like, oh, they're just enjoying a nice arts and crafts.
And then he's like looking at the grandma. He's like, I'll kill you. If you
Yeah, whenever.
So they go up to Happy's room, and while they're talking, she's like about to tell him everything, and then she looks out her window, and he's standing there.
You get to this game, and it's a celebrity golf game where you're paired up, and Happy is paired up with none other than the legendary Bob Barker.
Bob Barker. Shooter had hired somebody to mess with Happy Gilmore, so Happy Gilmore would rage out and then get kicked off the tour because he's been trying to get him kicked off the tour.
Yep. So the whole time at Happy shooting, the guy is just like, you suck.
And Bob Barker, for some reason, is like, I don't guess he just can't hear this guy yelling, but he's like, I don't know how you're a professional golfer. You're terrible at
Well,
that.
so I think how this is like all working out is because Happy has brought like all these rowdy people in.
Yeah.
They're like people aren't like trying to keep people quiet anymore. So like even though it's somebody who's negative, they're just like we can be rowdy, I guess, for golf now. So you can no opinions are held back. So he's really getting into Happy Gilmore's head while
And
he's
so
playing with Bob.
He's doing terrible. He cannot.
Just trash. He's missing the ball here and there, and then Bob's like, "I'd like it if you hit it on the green next time, Happy," or whatever. And so then Bob and Happy start getting under each other's nerves, and eventually he's like, "All right, you know what, Bob? I've had enough." And he like throws his golf club, and then he tackles Bob.
And then Bob's like, I've been waiting for this. And he's just, bah, bah, bah,
And
waiting
it's the
and-
classic like POV of the fist on the face. It's like bah 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 bah.
And it's not even close. Bob is giving it to him.
Yep. I mean, Happy doesn't stand a chance.
Not even. And so they start tumbling, and Happy had tackled him again, and he headbutts him, and it looked like he had knocked him out, and he goes, and he like taunts him and goes to walk away, and Bob Barker like pulls him and hits him again. And then knocks him out, and he was like, "Are you done?" And then he looks up and he kicks him in the face. He goes, "Now you're done."
Bob's a savage. Is what we're
Yep.
learning. obviously he gets in trouble with the CEO.
We're gonna have to suspend you for 30 months. And
And
everyone's
Shooters is
mad.
like, suspend! You're not gonna drop him from the league. He's like, he brought in so many viewers.
And Happy's
Shooter.
like, suspend me. I need to be here so I can make money to buy my grandma's house. And it's not looking.
Nobody's happy with the outcome of the whole thing.
Nope.
Happy Gilmore and Veronica Vaughn,
Veronica.
they go and they're getting lunch together, and he's like, what am I gonna do, Veronica? I can't do this, I can't do that. I have to come up with something else. You know what? I forget all this. I just want to be here, want to be happy, eating my Subway sandwich full of
Cold
tomato
cut combo, and then it cuts to him in a commercial with it in his hand. He's like, I eat 3 a day to keep me healthy, and then he puts it on a tea and then hits it into somebody's mouth.
And it gets him to the $270,000 that he needs. And
Right.
so
Which is
he shows
wild.
up a day of when the house, it's like the last day in which he's allowed to buy back his house. And that's when they found out that it's an auction. And so he's like, what? And he's like, well, this is great. Maybe we can end up getting it for even less money. And he's bidding, and if somebody bids like an atrocious amount of money,
It's like 300,
yeah,
yeah.
$350,000, something like that. And he's like, what? And who is it? None other than Shooter Gavin, that little punk. And so,
Well, so Gilmore is very upset by this. He's like, man, what do you even want the house for? And he's like, well, if you will drop out of the competition, I will let you have the house. And he's like, you know what? Let's go play the competition. If you win, then you can have the house, and I will drop out and never play the golf again. But if I win, you have to give me the house. House is on the line. And, well, technically, Happy Gilmore's career, but he didn't really care about golf anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not that much of a loss to him.
right. This is when he reaches out to Chubbs, and he said, Chubbs.
It's time to learn how to putt.
And so they go mini golfing.
Which is the best training ever.
Oh yeah, 100%.
honestly.
I want to go training for putting.
But this putt thing is not going well for Happy because all of the courses have like little traps and stuff that are just really pissing him off, and he is not doing well whatsoever.
And they finally
Yeah.
get to like a clown. If you hit the ball, it's like it's
My
gotta be like
favorite part of the
motion
whole
censored. And like anytime the ball rolls up, he's like, and he closes his mouth.
You're gonna die, clown! Hits it in the face and breaks it. It was so fun.
Eventually,
Chubbs tells him to go to his happy place.
Chubbs tells him to go to his happy place, and so he finally does, and it's his girl. Well, I don't. Are they dating at this point?
They've got to be at this point.
They're probably dating, and it's Veronica Vaughn, Lacey with 2 cups of beer or whatever,
2 big pints
and
of
then
beer,
it's his grandmother, and she's winning the lottery, and then it's a
There's a dwarf on a unicycle, and he'd come by,
He's just
he
happy.
waves like, hey.
And then after that happens, he sees the exact path he needs to putt to complete the mini golf course, and he does it. And everybody's like, "Yeah!"
And he's like, it worked, Chubbs.
yeah. And then they go back to Chubb's place, and Chubbs is like, "I got you something. Here you go."
Wow. And it's a putter the shape of a hockey
stick.
And you're like, I figured, why run away from the hockey
Is
thing?
that
Let's
legal?
lean into it.
Is that legal in real golf? Do you know?
I don't know.
Does it have to be like a certain?
Can you call the expert?
Yeah.
Can you call it? Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, it
It
is
is
legal.
legal.
It's
Wow.
legal.
It's
Wow.
legal.
Okay.
Wow, thanks.
Thanks, Ben.
And so,
People are gonna be so confused out there. Like, what? There's 4 people?
Oh, we have a bunch of experts in the back that just confirm everything.
yeah,
you say.
whenever Dutch and I say something wrong, we just hear all of them go. We'd like to ignore them.
Because we get it
So-
wrong all the time. Anyway.
Yeah. And so then Happy's like, I got something for you. And it's a box. and he's
what
like,
is it?
oh,
Well,
thanks.
open it up.
Open it. All right. And it's the
alligator
of the alligator took his hand.
And then Chubbs starts falling back and falls out of the window.
And he died.
It's so tragic.
So for counting, that's two
2 major deaths.
major father figure deaths. for Happy.
Yep. 2 for 2. I mean, he's about to become a superhero at this point. And so,
If only he were a little more rich.
and so then you have a funeral.
Shooter shows up, and Shooter goes, "Oh, it's so sad that you killed a golf legend. I dedicate my next game to Chubbs."
I'm dedicating my game to him.
It's like, I call it first.
It's like, fun fact about Shooter is he loved to pick fight with people who could definitely beat him
All
up.
the time.
So-
Rich kid type.
The final game at the championship one, in which Shooter and Happy.
Well, they're all playing. Everybody.
They're all playing, but really, and they even, the announcer are like, let's be honest, we're only here for 2 people.
They also paired them together, so we get to watch them play against each other, like right next to each other. So it's
Yep.
pretty cool.
And so they're playing, and Happy is just kicking his butt.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
But he is
He's
like,
down
He
like
is winning.
two strokes. or
Yeah,
something like that.
at first it was like neck and neck, and then he started opening the gap. And so
Shooter's like
Shooter,
visibly shaken because he's like arguing with people in the crowd and like telling her this is golf. This isn't some hick town, and starts attacking. Like this is really funny. He starts getting mad at everybody like Happy used to do. So it's
Yeah.
like the roles reversed. And then so Shooter like backs away for a little bit, pulls his phone out, and he calls, "Hey, I need a favor."
and so the guy comes from before.
And Happy's on the course. They're just like walking from one hole to the next hole, getting ready to tee up. And here comes a car out onto the greenway, which I'm surprised there's no security for these things.
It's really
Yeah.
lax.
But anyway, there's a car that scoots out onto the runway, and he
just hits Happy.
He drives towards Happy, and he hits it. He doesn't get run over. He get like it's one of those situations. He like flies up over the hood or whatever.
And then the guy loses control of the car and he hits one of the towers. I guess you like watched the game from or something.
Yeah, it's like an observation or something.
And
And,
so then he
dislocated
like
his
comes
shoulder.
out and he's like, "I did it, Shooter, I did it." And he's like, I don't know who this guy is." And so
He
then
gets
that guy
tackled.
leaves for I guess the rest of the time.
No, he got tackled by the security. I think they
Oh,
put him in
right.
jail.
I hope so.
Yep, he did hit a
Dislocated
guy.
Happy's arm, so he couldn't hit the ball as far anymore.
Yeah, but Happy, man, he keeps going. He's not gonna let
Shooter
that
was
get
like,
in his way.
Gee, I guess you just have to quit. And he's like, "Nah, not me."
So he does his classic, long. I want to keep saying line drive. It's what is it called? Happy Gilmore. He does his Happy Gilmore. He does the long hit, and he's like, "Oh, my shoulder!" So now I can't hit it as far. So
Yeah.
eventually, he gets like 4 strokes behind Shooter, and
Starts
so
to
he has
really
to
get-
make a lot of hits
He
back
starts
up.
freaking out. He tried to go to his happy place, and it was all like dark. And then
Yeah, Shooter kept showing up to all the places and like making out
With his
with
girlfriend,
Veronica
yeah.
and his grandma. And I feel like he might have done something to the door, if I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something
I want to
happening.
say he like kicked him, but that's probably not true.
so Happy cannot go to his happy place,
Yeah.
and he cannot hit the ball, and he can't do anything. He also just lost the ability to putt that he just got. No,
Yeah.
Happy learned how to putt. He did.
I don't remember that in the movie.
Whatever.
And so then his grandma shows up, and it's like, "Happy, I just want you to have fun."
I don't care about the house, sweetheart. I just want you to be happy, like your name. That's not a real line, but it sounds
It's
right.
basically that was the subtext.
Yeah.
And so
He
Happy's
finally
like,
found his true happy place,
Yeah,
which is
and
being
so-
with his loved ones.
Yeah, and so
Aw.
he goes back to his happy place again. This time, Shooter doesn't show up. So it's Veronica, his grandma at the door. And then Chubbs is there too.
Playing piano.
And he's playing piano with a hand not messed up by the alligator. And he's like, "It's all right, kid." And then giving him a little wink.
I got my hand back.
And he's like, "All right." And so then,
Then he starts catching back up, and he actually surpasses Shooter, I think,
Does he?
by like 5 strokes. or
That's a
something?
lot of strokes.
No, it's
they,
not
they,
5.
They catch up and they
It's
become
like one
even.
and
they're
one.
like neck and neck.
Yeah,
They're like neck and neck. And then when the game ends, I think it ended in a draw. So they had to do a sudden death match the next day where it was going to be just those two against each other in one hole.
And the Shooter had a long drive, and it goes into the crowd. And it
Right.
lands
Oh,
on
that's right.
the foreman's foot.
Got
Yeah.
the nail in his head.
And he's like, "Play as is." And he's like, "What?" And the commissioners are like, "Yeah, you got to play as is." And so he hits it off of the guy's foot.
Which
and
I thought he was gonna wiggle his toe or something like that.
No, he's an honest man.
You don't want to get hit by a golf club. That
Yeah.
thing's hurt.
True.
Well, but you don't want to get hit by him.
That's,
He hurt.
He had
And so
a shirt that
he-
said guns don't kill people, I kill people.
Yeah. And so Shooter hits it. And does he make it?
He
Well, he
makes it in
gets-
like 2 more strokes or something
Yeah.
like
He
that.
he does a very good job.
Yeah.
And so then you get to the people are so fanatic that they climb up onto this tower that was damaged by the car, and it falls down and it obstructs the field. And then that's where the Shooter's like, you got to play it is. Got to play the ball where it is.
Right.
And they're like, and everybody's telling Gilmore, they're like, just go around, even out the score. You'll
then
do
you go
sudden
sudden
death
death,
next round. But he's like, no, I got this. And
I
then
wanna win now.
He goes back to his happy place again, and he sees everything.
I can see everything.
So then he lines up the shot, and he hits it off like the scaffolding, and it like rolls. It's like one of those. What's that?
A Rube Goldberg
A
machine.
Rube Goldberg. That's exactly what happens. And of course, it goes right into the hole.
And everybody's so happy. They're like, "Woo, woo," and they come out to give Happy the golden jacket.
They almost did. Shooter came up and snatched it and ran and tried to run away with it, and the entire crowd chased him down and they're running.
Yep,
and
and-
catch up to him to start beating
Eventually,
him.
they get off screen, and you hear just punches.
And then you cut back, and we're at Happy Grandma's house, and they have their house back, and he's wearing the gold jacket, and they're all like, "Wow,
His girlfriend's
life is
there.
pretty good."
Yeah.
And
homeless
they
guys there.
Homeless guys there. The
yeah,
caddy,
the
yeah.
homeless guy, and they look off into the sky,
And there's
and they
Charles
see,
Abraham Lincoln and an alligator.
and he's like, "Thank God."
And
they're
Grandma's
"What
like,
are you doing?
what are you looking at, honey? He's like, no one,
Nobody,
Grandma. And then they walk into the house, and that's the end of the movie.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Wow. Good job.
Good job.
Good. Yes. All in all, good movie, I'd say.
Yeah,
clap.
yeah, great time. Now, Mason, what are some takeaways?
Never give up. Assault and battery draws views.
All right, let's start. Wait, that's actually our ending with any guest that we have. We just beat them up.
Just
Yeah.
start
We'll see if it works.
No return
Probably
guests.
would, honestly.
We get canceled so fast. But what about you, Stephen? What are some takeaways?
Oh, what are some good takeaways? I would say if you're gonna wrestle an alligator, go for the eyes first. Don't wait for them to get your hand before you go for the eyes. Cause what are they? They can't bite your hand off. They can't see.
True.
You know?
Which makes me question. So it was it Chubbs' left hand or right hand that was bitten
His
off?
right hand.
It was his right hand. So was he on like the right side of the alligator? It bit off his hand, and he had to like reach
Oh
over
my
and
gosh,
like,
right?
poke
It
his
is the
eye.
right side of the alligator.
And so,
Yeah, no,
like
fine.
he had to like reach over and poke that eye, which
Oh,
is
he
like,
didn't poke
why
it
didn't you
out.
just poke that
He
one?
didn't poke it out.
He
had
grabbed
it
it.
in
that's
a-
right.
He had
Oh,
it in
what-
a jar.
Either way, it's kind of a weird.
I mean, at
when
that
you think about
point,
it.
look, I'm assuming the alligator's on his arm already, so he's got pretty immediate access.
Fair enough.
So anyway, just if you're gonna fight an alligator, go for the eyes first.
True.
Right?
And that's gonna save you in life there, probably.
You might need that.
Yep. That's
My takeaway would be know your U.S. presidents, otherwise you might be very confused when a ghost of one shows up. I mean, if he didn't know it was Abraham Lincoln, he could have been like, I have no idea who this is, you know?
so.
So know your stay in school, kids. Learn the presidents. 'cause
Don't name
it's-
your child Shooter McGavin.
It's gonna come. Yeah,
Yeah, that's another
honestly
good one.
that's probably
if
a
your
better.
child name is Shooter, you apologize.
You should.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Also, maybe no last names of McGavin. You know,
Well, okay.
change your last.
But what
name.
if his name was Gavin McGavin? He'd be hilarious.
Gavin McGavin.
That's like a comedian name right
That's a
there.
really good name.
That's actually really fun.
So it's the Shooter that's the problem, not the McGavin.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
They're doing
So
some-
thanks for watching another episode, guys. If you stayed around long enough to see the end. And special thanks to Mason, our guest today. Appreciate you being here. And
appreciate
and
being
not only is he our guest, he is the one who recommended this movie.
Yeah.
So this one's a twofer.
Golly, if somebody else wanted to recommend a movie, what would they have to do?
Or y'all can just call me directly. My number is 605.
You can email us at wackandtrash@gmail.com to send recommendations or to say, how you doing?
And if you actually want them to do the recommendations, you usually got to add like 10, 11, $13.
We don't get paid.
No,
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
no, that's not true.
Y'all charged me.
Anyway, so if you also want to be on the show, yes. So Mason, tell us, where can we follow you and your things?
Do you have anything you want to plug?
No.
Okay, great.
Well,
So,
okay.
Donate to the Innocence Project.
Oh, hey, there you go.
that's amen. Mason, why don't you end us off here with your best, using only your voice, imitation of what a golf game sounds like, featuring Happy Gilmore.
Before or after the HR incidents?
Well, we'll let you decide.
Yeah. You get artistic license here.
Okay, can we all can we pitch in some? All right, so I think
Yeah, we'll help you too.
I'll be happy, and you guys.
We'll be the crowd.
Are y'all both gonna be crowd members?
Well,
I'll be
here,
happy.
I can be sound effects, and then he can be the crowd.
That's amazing. Okay, let's do it.
Yep, ready?
All right. Well, we need some narrated background real quick. So, Happy stepping up. Oh, you wanted to do it?
No, go. You got it.
Happy stepping up to the ninth hole. It's time. I'm down only 3 strokes. It's time to catch up. All right.
Wow, look at it go so far. It's like 400 yards.
Yeah. Let's go.
Go ahead. happy. Woo! Let's throw some beer, man.
Oh, did you like that? Did you like that?
No, not Bob. Stop hitting Bob. Shut up.
Thanks for watching.
All right.